As a young prodigy from Harvard fell in love with a beggar boy, her father vehemently opposed their relationship and forced them apart. However, the girl soon discovered she was pregnant. She initially planned to secretly give birth to the child, but her father eventually uncovered her secret. After a heated argument, the girl stormed out, only to be involved in an accident on the road. When she woke up in the hospital, her father informed her that the child had been miscarried. Anna believed her father's words and agreed to never see Mike again. However, the child had not actually been miscarried but was sent to an orphanage by her father. The child kept waving his little hands, as if sensing the rhythm and movement of music. A world-class musical genius was born. Anna became dispirited after losing her child and left the glittering cello stage to become a music teacher, often staring blankly at other people's children. The beggar Mike also lost confidence in life. He gave up his musical path and became a financial practitioner. 10 years passed in the blink of an eye. Sean became the most famous madman in the orphanage. He could hear musical notes that others couldn't, as if he was born with this ability. His companions ridiculed him as a freak. In order to reunite with his parents as soon as possible, he decided to leave the orphanage alone and head to the city to search for them. At the same time, Anna's father was hospitalized due to illness. Before his death, he finally revealed the truth about what had happened years ago.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Upon learning the truth, Anna frantically searched for her child, but in the vast sea of people, she had no idea where Sean was. She could only go to the Children's Services Bureau to check the files, but the staff told her that finding a person required going through procedures and it would take 6 months to pass the review.
I don't care about your process, okay?
But she was unwilling to give up and appeared at the door of the Children's Bureau on time every day.
Why not before? Why is it so important that you want him now?
I've always wanted him. I've waited 11 years, 2 months, and 15 days to find out that he's alive.
Anna's eyes moved the director, who decided to skip the procedures to find the person for her. While the director was reviewing the files, Anna was attracted by the missing person notices on the wall. At a glance, she saw Sean's photo and realized that this was her son.
This is him.
Anna was very happy and excited. However, Sean had already left the orphanage. Anna decided to stand on the glittering stage again because only by expanding her influence could she publicize her son's information. However, the ignorant Sean had just arrived in the big city, and his musical talent was discovered by George, a street performer. George took Sean to the park to perform every day. The beautiful and unique melodies were like sounds from outside the world, attracting a large number of people to watch every day. Seeing the money Sean earned, George was very excited. He even gave Sean a stage name, August, which was about to become a superstar, meaning he could earn more money. Sean had no interest in being a star or money. He only cared about whether his parents could see him on TV if he became famous. When Mike learned the news that Anna was back on stage, he picked up the violin he had abandoned long ago and came to the place where he first performed in New York. As he passed by the park where Sean was performing, he was attracted by Sean's unique rhythm. At this time, Mike did not know that Sean was his son. He praised Sean's piano playing and said it was pretty good. The father and son, who had never met, sat together and exchanged techniques. Mike sighed that Sean had a high musical talent and should not be buried in this small park. He even took the initiative to tell Sean his name. Sean also told Mike his stage name, August. At this time, George's loud rebuke came from afar. Fearing that Sean would be tricked away by Mike and could no longer help him make money, the two reluctantly said goodbye. Looking at Mike's retreating figure, Sean wished he was his father. Charlie also looked back at Sean, having the same thought in his heart. On the day of the music performance, Anna's name still caused quite a stir. After 11 years, she returned to the stage. Anna's playing abandoned the past urgency and added a touch of lovesickness. Not only did the audience below the stage feel the deep meaning, but Sean in the distance also felt this lovesickness. He bravely told George,
"I have to go now."
And without waiting for George to react, Sean ran wildly towards the performance venue. Suddenly, he stopped in his tracks, as if he heard his mother's call from above. It was the call from Anna's playing. Anna's performance ended perfectly, and thunderous applause erupted from the audience again. But there was no expression on Anna's face. She only cared about whether her son had received her heartfelt wishes. Unfortunately, she did not find her son. Just as Anna was about to leave, Sean arrived at the scene in time. This 10-year-old genius stood in front of many musicians, waving his baton. His style was mysterious and unpredictable, sometimes urgent and sometimes gentle. Even though tears blurred his vision, a happy smile bloomed on his face because every note he waved was helping him call out for his dad and mom. Anna, who was leaving, seemed to have a feeling and slowly turned her head. At this time, Mike was also moved by Sean's unique style. Seeing that the performer was August, he got out of the car halfway and ran wildly towards the performance venue. Anna stepped through the crowded crowd and looked at Sean. Mike, who arrived, approached Anna affectionately. This love that spanned 12 years finally allowed him to hold her hand again. Sean also felt all of this and slowly turned his head to look at the audience below.